Hello children, how are you? Yes, fine. Okay, shall we start the session today? Yes. Now we are going to start our session today with a small information. Okay, a small information. Okay, what is this week? Is there any festivals or a national festival which is celebrated during this week? Yes, what is yesterday? July 1st. What was celebrated on yesterday? Yes? Good. It was National Doctors' Day. Yes or no? Yes. July 1st is celebrated as National Doctors' Day. Okay. What is celebrated on July 1st to July 7? Any guesses? Okay, fine. So, from July 1st to July 7, this week is celebrated as Van Mahotsav. What is that? Van Mahotsav. What do you mean by this, children? Yes, it is nothing but a tree festival. What is this? It is nothing but tree festival. This is celebrated in India as a great festival. Because what do they do in this festival? What do they do in this time? Yes, Van Mahotsav. What do they do? During this period, they plant more saplings. What? They plant more saplings. Okay? Because this has been started by Dr. K.M. Munshi. Just try to have a note of it. This Van Mahotsav has been started by Dr. K.M. Munshi in the year 1950. In the year 1950, he was the Union Minister for Agriculture and Food. He was the Union Minister for Agriculture and Food at the time of 1950. So, it is an annual tree planting movement in India. This is also called as tree festival. This Van Mahotsav is also called as tree festival. Why this has been created? Because this has been created to create an awareness in the mind of people. To create an awareness in the mind of people for the conservation of forest and trees, and also the importance of planting new trees. Yes, this has been created to create an awareness in the minds of people on the conservation of trees and the planting of new trees. Why do they do this Van Mahotsav in this month? In July 1 to July 7. Why? They can keep in January, March, April. Why they are doing this in the month of July? Any guesses? If you have guessed correct, good. Okay. Because this time is the onset of monsoon. Yes. The monsoon period is going to get started, right? Yes. Most of the time it will be started. So, during this time, so the rainy, that is the monsoon starts in the July 1st week. So, if we plant more trees during this time, there are more chances of survival for them and they are able to grow as a tree. Yes, they have more chances of survival. Fine. With this information, now we will get into our lesson. What is our lesson? Fiber to fabric. Fiber to fabric. Yes. So, these are all the content, right? What are the content we covered in the last class? Yes. Introduction, we have seen fibers, types of fibers, we have seen wool. Yes. And different types of wool which are obtained from different animals and different parts of country. Yes. And the next class we will see about silk. Now we are going to see about how this silk is manufactured. Okay. How the silk is produced. So these are all the recap of the last session. Yes. Okay. Now try to tell me the answers. What are the types of fibers? How many types of fibers are there, children? Yes. They are natural and synthetic. Very good. Natural and synthetic. Okay, tell me some plant source. Tell me some plant source of fibers. Yes, your answers? Good. They are, what is that? They are cotton and then jute. Very good. Then animal source? Wool and silk. Yes, I think that you would have studied this lesson in the 6th standard also, right? You would have seen about the plant sources of animals in your 6th standard. Now you are seeing about the animal sources. That is about, what is that? Wool and silk. The last session we have covered about wool. Yes, how that wool is processed. Now in this we will be seeing about the silk. Yes, these are all the steps involved in processing of fibers into wool. Yes, what is that? What is the first step? Shearing. What is mean by that shearing? Removal of outer surface from the animal body. And then scouring. What is that? Scouring means washing, to remove dirt which are present in it. And then sorting. What is that sorting? Separating that based on their property or character. And then what do you mean by burst separation? I need your answers now. Burst separation. What do you mean by bursts first? Yes? Bursts are nothing but small, fluffy, which is present inside the wool. Okay? So they need to be separated. And then dyeing. What is that dyeing? Giving colors to that. And then spinning. Yes? That means rotating that into a single thread-like structure. Up to this I hope you are fine. Yes? Yes. So this see, what is the first step? Shearing. That is removing. There are several modern equipments they use nowadays, machineries. Olden days what do they use? Yes? Blades. Very good. Fine. Then scouring. That is washing. After that several steps like sorting, burst separation, dyeing, and the last stage is rolling that into yarn. Yes, yarn means nothing but it is a thread-like structure. Okay, first fibers first to be created, then from the fiber they would create yarn, make yarn. After making that yarn are converted into fabrics. Fabrics are nothing but cloths. Okay, now shall we move to this session? First we will be seeing about the history of silk. How this silk first originated. Okay, first the silk was discovered in China. Where the silk was discovered in China around 3500 BC. What do you mean by this BC, children? BC. Yes, any guesses? It is nothing but before Christ. Yes, before Christ. So, this silk was discovered in China around 3500 BC. That is before the birth of Christ. Silk became prized. That is, if they have silk, they are considered to be rich people because of its fine quality. Luster. Luster is nothing but that shining and smoothness which had in it. Because it is used by emperors. That is, this has been used only by king. Because of its high price and quality, the normal peoples are not able to have this, use this silk. But the people who belong to the emperors, they are able to use this silk. And then through trade, first this has been discovered in China only, and through trade only it spread to other parts of the world. Yes, up to this we are clear? Fine. So, silk was an item of trade during ancient time. So, due to this ancient trade route which linked China with other parts of the world called Silk Route. Listen here, this is China. So, this China became an item of trade. Trade means they take this and sell that in some other places. So, they had found some routes to move from there. Because in olden days, there is no proper roads, nothing is available, right? So, the route which was used by them for the trade of silk, for the purpose of trade of silk is called as Silk Route. See, these are, what is this? Overland silk routes. So, through the land, they pass to different parts of the world and they trade by the method of trade means selling. They sell the silk. And then here, what is this blue color? These are the roots which are made in seas. Okay, these are the sea root and then land roots. These are called as silk roots. Why they are called as silk roots? These roots has been invented or originated because for the purpose of trade of silk. So it is named as silk roots. And then as per historians, silk is also produced in India. Silk is produced in India also. So the proof for it we get from the Indus Valley civilization. What do you mean by this Indus Valley civilization? So first, civilization. What do you mean by that word civilization? That is, you know that early humans were nomads. Then one by one, the step by stage growth is called as civilization. What is that? Stages of human development in social and cultural activities. They are civilized people, that is modern peoples. So that is called as civilization. It is nothing but the development. Okay. So what is this Indus Valley? Indus is a river which flow. So they have started the civilization, that is the development near this Indus river. So it is named as Indus Valley civilization. It is also called as Harappa civilization. What is that? This Indus Valley civilization is also called as Harappa civilization. So, which parts this Indus Valley civilization takes place means some parts of Pakistan, Afghanistan and then India. Before independence everything were connected together. No, after the independence only India, Pakistan are separated. So, this civilization took place in part of northwestern part of India and then Pakistan and then Afghanistan. So, these are called as Indus Valley civilization. So, during this period the silk was used in India. Okay, shall we go to the next? Yes. So, what is mean by silk? Now, we are entering into a lesson. What is mean by silk? So, silk it is nothing but a fine continuous protein fiber. I'll tell you why they use this word protein here later, okay? So, keep in mind, I'll tell you later why this word protein is used here. A fine continuous protein fiber produced by various insect larvae, usually from cocoons, especially a lustrous stuff. Lustrous means shiny, okay? Elastic fiber produced by silkworms and used for textiles. So, they get silk from cocoons, that is the larvae, and then they produce the cloths from this material. And then thread, yarn, fabric, everything are made from silk filaments. So, the source, what is the source? Silkworms are the source. So, China is the largest maker and exporter of silk in the world. Who is that? China is the largest maker and exporter of silk in the world. So, see, you are able to see the silk objects, right? Silk cloths. They are very shiny to look and very soft also. Next. So, there are different types of silks. Domestic and wild. What do you mean by, you know that domestic animals and wild animals? Yes, what is the domestic animals? Yes? Good. So, domestic animals are nothing but which we grow in our house. Wild means which are found in the forest. So, likewise here also domestic means which are grown by the people. Okay, that is the silkworm. These type of silkworm are grown by people, and then wild means they are found everywhere. So, first one is the mulberry silk, and then mug silk, eri silk, tussar silk. These are the types of silk. But the most commonly used silk is the mulberry silk. What is that? Mulberry silk. And then mug. It is domesticated, means they are not grown at home. Okay. And then eri silk and tussar is also known as kosa silk.